Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Libra reading. The new moon in Libra on the 14th of October, a Saturday in the morning on the west coast of the U.S., is being coupled with a solar eclipse, which simply magnifies its impact, its influence over the surrounding weeks before and after. In this case, an eclipse energy can extend all the way into next year, the early part of next year. So this it creates a ring of fire phenomenon, and I have laid out the past, the present, the future with the Crow Oracle. I'll clarify with another tarot deck, and I will use an oracle, the language of flowers, to clarify as well, and then finish up with another oracle card. I will be building an extended from this, and definitely will include the link in the description box below. And that extended reading includes a new spread, and I incorporate the oracle cards in it that I'm going to pull today. So let's get started, Virgo, with your overall energy of the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is giving you the desire to explore, to quest after your next inspiration. You're looking for the next step, but beyond that, you're looking to engage your passion, your interests, your obsessions even. You're fired up, you're enthusiastic about this exploration you're engaging in, and you are discovering new aspects of yourself. You're allowing yourself to be inspired by others. And so you are launching out into this new moon energy with this expansion, this desire for growth, for moving into unfamiliar territory. In the past, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. You may have been receiving offers that are timely in terms of responding to your own quest to move away from an environment that has felt limiting, that may have even felt punitive in your desire to express yourself in new ways. You may have felt punished for speaking out about your particular gifts, offers, talents, the responsibilities that you are carrying. And that has created a sense that you are not heard, and that you're actually an outlier in this environment, that you're not fully included in a way that resonates with your desire to move forward, to create a new opportunity. You are evaluating the work, the substantial work you've done to date. You have made a considerable investment in the employment you currently have, your current business. This can also be in your relationships, your personal relationships, as well as your professional, where you have seeded them with certain expectations, practices, and you have seen a return that is less than what you would have hoped for. You want more, you're desiring more, and you're willing to shift the way that you're working, and even perhaps the location or the affiliation, the loyalty that you've exhibited in the past to a new organization, a new team, a new enterprise, a new opportunity. You've created this, you've manifested this offer by the works that you've done, by the works you've been able not only to build, but to articulate. That may be part of your work, this ability to document, record, or describe, talk about to the public, to your audiences, to your customers or clients, what it is that you see what you have been building. And this is part of what has kept you on a kind of, or feeling like you're sidelined to some extent, that you're not making the connections that you desire to make, and that there are more exciting associations for you, communications, research to be had by moving to another location. So I'm curious about this new opportunity you've manifested. This is certainly something that you intend to be long-lasting, permanent, and for your ultimate long-term benefit. In the present, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. You continue to be a team player. Perhaps the new environment you're manifesting for yourself requires you to be one of the worker bees, one of the drones, and you're willing to do that. As you're doing that, you're continuing to build up your own practice, your skills, your efforts. Perhaps if you are a writer or publications, you are developing those. You're continuing to build whatever your products or services are from your end. You're very aware that what you have to offer, what you have to invest is of incalculable worth. You know your value, and you're looking at opportunities to apply those, to implement those in a new direction. But you're not doing it by stepping out as the leader or initiator, or if you are, or perhaps as an example, creating a consultancy or a side hustle, a new opportunity. You are one of a team, and you're committed to that. You are committed to working with others and fulfilling your responsibilities in an excellent way. In fact, that may be part of what is distinguishing you from what you have often felt to be the herd or on the sidelines of a particular larger enterprise that you're engaged in, and what is now netting you the rewards and the recognition that you seek, particularly because it's coming from your peers, other colleagues, other co-workers that you respect, and you feel honored by their recognition of your efforts in a way that is lifting up the entire department, organization, business, whatever the arena of your activity is. You're being acknowledged for being a team player. Just because it's something you've done responsibly and for a while does not mean it has not required a lot of effort. I'm sensing a huge amount of effort here that has been inspired by a desire to move in a new direction, by a desire to open up to new possibilities. And so there is this understanding that by perfecting your own skills, by developing your own character and aspects of your work that can be improved upon, that you are ensuring your success as you manifest this new opportunity to grow your abundance on your own terms. This is showing a lot of ambition on your part and a lot of willingness to work with the selected team that perhaps may be the one offering you this opportunity, but that you are choosing who you're working with, who you're collaborating with, who you're willing to be on an equal level playing field with is really important to your choices. It's important to your understanding how to work better, how to work smarter. In the future, we have the Magician, we have the Judgment, and we have the Seven of Swords. This new opportunity that you may have attracted to yourself in the recent past. It can, I'm thinking when I say recent because I'm old, that means the last year or two, which may not seem recent at all, but relative to your work, your career, your family growth. This is fairly recent because this is an opportunity you've created for yourself. This is really opening the doors to something much bigger than the current project you're working on, the current status you're working on. And in part, this new opportunity, it may be, again, a side hustle, a project on the side of your main gig. You are understanding a greater sense of purpose in the work that you've been doing. My sense is for a very long time. And although you've always been dedicated to the service that you understand is embedded in your work and why you do it, you're glimpsing a larger project that you are a part of that is advancing your purpose, your reason for being here, the reason you chose, the contribution you're making to the world has grown and is being triggered by this new opportunity that you are creating for yourself. So this is a potential where you may start a project that leads to a better job offer or the creation of the side hustle becoming this project that it potentially overtakes this specific job and becomes your work. It doesn't necessarily have to exclude you from a place where you have been dedicated and loyal, but it does represent a much higher level of project direction on your behalf. You've had to face tremendous opposition in moving this project forward. And I'm incredibly curious as to what it is you're working on. Not the service nature, because Virgo, that is the temperamental attribute of your sign. You are devoted to service. You understand your role in being a part of something larger than yourself, helping others to experience that as well. But this is impacting on your possessions, your money, your values, and they are going together. And I'm finding it somewhat ironic that your values have driven you to a place of potential wealth, potential prosperity beyond the prosperity that you've already gained. So earlier I alluded to ambition. I feel like because of the nature of your ambition, which has always existed, but only now you're feeling the potential of that ambition, you are meeting with a lot of opposition. You're meeting with criticism. You're being picked apart by a variety of peers, co-workers, not necessarily any leadership or top-down resistance, but you're being picked apart on at a level that is not relevant to what it is you're trying to do. People are finding holes in your proposals because of their basic resistance to your conclusions, to your effort. This is not something that's new to you. It's something you're pretty hardened to, actually. However, the caution now is to relegate this feedback to where it is appropriate. And that is, it's not in the forefront. It's not in your crosshairs. However, you are listening to this feedback and you are choosing your battles. You know this kind of feedback is not going to be the first or last time that you encounter this, and you're selecting those battles, the feedback that you can address responsibly and essentially put people in their place. There's a lot of envy here, a lot of competition around this new project that you're launching. And so the stakes are fairly high for those involved. So, and you're aware that this powerful new proposal that you're gaining confidence in executing is attracting haters and those that are in many ways simply verifying the necessity for this new project. I'm going to clarify the Eight of Pentacles in your present with the Ace of Wands and the Empress. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. So of course, a second ace, in addition to the magician. I often confabulate those words, musician and magician. However, you are starting a passion project. This new project is this personal development that you are undergoing, that you are devoting yourself to, that you're applying and working hard at clarifying, correcting, aligning yourself as best you can, is really this passion project. It's really from a personal passion that you have around creating something. And this is seeded by this natural talent that you have, and you are discovering new aspects to this project, this potential proposal, as part of something you were born to do, something that naturally comes to you, an expression, an understanding, a practice that you have done for most of your life, and that may have inspired the work that you're doing now. It certainly is sparking these opportunities. You're manifesting these opportunities for growth. The Empress is verifying that you are moving into your individual power. And this is something that, again, I reference the natural service ability of Virgo, the inclination to being helpful, to being of service, to understanding that service is a part of one's responsibility in humankind, in the collective of our cultures. This is more deeply about receiving the rewards of your efforts. So there's a way in which you may be overly focused on work, on effort, on analysis, on understanding the challenges that you have, or capitalizing on the gains that you've been able to make and to re-strategizing those. The Empress is a very different message. She's definitely about your passion, your joy, your gifts, your naturally occurring energies. And this is helping you to relax into the energy of what you've always had. And that means, in addition to your natural talents and skills, it means enjoying the process, enjoying the ride, taking satisfaction in knowing that you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. You can enjoy the process of gaining abundance. You are always abundant. You've always been abundant. You began from abundance, and that is how you amplify the material comforts, the material wealth or prosperity that you seek in this life at this time. Your deservedness, your worthiness of this. I'm also going to pull a Language of the Flowers oracle in the Eight of Pentacles in particular to get a little more insight as to this present opportunity for you. And I pulled the Everlasting Daisy. And the key word is fortitude. Be brave and dig deep. This came up for another earth sign, and in your reading, it's very different. The being brave is pretty automatic for you. I'm feeling it's the dig deep that may be underneath this great motivation to clean up your act, to improve upon your craft, your skills, to be open to and dedicated to being the best you can be, and how that in many ways is triggering your passion. For those of you that are creatives, art school's lesson to me was, and this is not one you need to go to art school to find, but creativity is 1% inspiration, 99% effort. Anything that is built, anything that is worth worthy takes labor, and the kind of dedication that you are putting in developing your personal talents, strengths, and abilities. That is what the fortitude is requiring, and that is what is triggering this deeper well of passion, spiritual connection to inspiration, to a truth, to adventure, to growth, to being in your power as a byproduct, as a result of who you are naturally. I'm going to finally pull a Soul's Journey Oracle card and remind you that you can like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I've pulled honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. I'm amazed at how often the same cards come up by elements, so earth signs. This is relevant for you. However, I want to remind you that I'll be building an extended reading from this, and I will link it in the description box below. Thank you so much. Until next time, namaste.